silly, ridiculous, a waste of time. They didn't want that's why they were so successful. That's why they got away from it.
I've made a living in it very dangerous.
This is really an integrated blend together.
Dianne Andrews in black and white.
Welcome to Dianne Andrews in black and white, and I'm your host, Dianne Andrews. Thanks for tuning in to us today in the state of Texas, in the state of Louisiana, and in the state of Mississippi. Today I have a subject that I'm doing, the whistleblowers of America, that's very, very important to me, important to the world. And I realize today, which has been deemed the National Appreciation Day, July 30th, 2018, Charles Grassley, the senator, gave a presentation at a luncheon I attended today. And he informed us that back in 1777, 10 of our sailors and Marines started really whistleblowing. They whistleblew on some unfair practices and actions that were harmful to the United States. And our founding fathers had the wherewithal to take that into consideration and pass the first whistleblowing legislation in 1778. This was before our Bill of Rights. So that says our founding fathers believed in whistleblowing. They knew that was a way to keep this country correct. And a lot of our senators, including Senator Grassley, has worked very hard to try to make sure that things go positive for the whistleblowers. Audience to know we are in the Rayburn building in the Senate in Washington, D.C., where the Whistleblowers Conference is. We're so happy to be here, but you may hear doors slamming. We're standing right here at a Judiciary Committee building office. We're standing at some of the senators' offices, so you will hear people down the hall sometimes. So pardon us for that, but that's just where we are today. Thank you.
Oh my God, are you Dianne Andrews?
Yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Donald. I love your show in black and white.
Oh, and you have my books. You have all three. Third Man Out by Fiction, Gumbo for the Heart, we're 25 individuals. Oh my God, you have the latest one. I just put this out a month ago.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Do you enjoy them?
I do.
Oh, thank you for
Can I
being
please
such
have an
a
autograph?
Oh, sure. To Donald who?
Donald Spears.
Okay, Donald.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for keep on watching Dianne Andrews in black and white.
It is our honor to have you on the show. Sheila, what I'm going to do is ask you just a few questions, and I'm going to let you talk about what really happened. Now, I know it was Burlington Northern Railroad that you were working at the time.
Yes.
And you filed the case in 1997, and it was resolved, and you won, which is something that I hate to say, but a lot of whistleblowers never win. So let me ask you this question, and then we're going to take you back. Would you do it again?
Yes, I will.
Okay, so tell us what happened.
What happened was that I was hired at Burlington Northern, and I was the only woman that was hired out of 6 men.
What were your job duties to do there?
My job duty was that I was hired to be a forklift operator, but they took that job from me because some of the males said it was a prestigious job, and I need to be on the railroad.
So they wanted to take the forklift job. That was prestigious to guys. It took them a while to get to that level at Burlington. How did you end up being hired? Did you have experience in forklifting?
Yes, I did. I had experience in forklift about 5 or 6 years.
With what company was that one?
I worked for several manufacturers.
And never had a problem with the racial discrimination in Memphis, Tennessee at that time in the 90s?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so tell us what happened that caused the who caused the sexual harassment? What was the journey there?
The sexual harassment, what caused the sexual harassment was my foreman. Did
he hire you or someone else hired you?
Someone else hired.
And then he inherited you as an employee?
Yes.
And didn't want you as an employee?
Just not him. There was a lot of them didn't want me in that department because they never had a female in
Black or white?
Yes, black or white. But I had 2 strikes against me, and they let me be known that first I was a female, and second I was black, and I wasn't wanted there.
Let me tell you, you really had 3 because you had the experience. They couldn't go to people and say she doesn't have the experience to do this job.
Yes.
Very few black women, probably in Memphis, Tennessee, had the experience to do it.
Right.
So they really had no justification to fire you, to try to get rid of you. But how did they do it?
And when I kept continuing with my job, and I was on probationary period.
And how long was that? 6 months?
90 90 days.
90 days, 3 months.
3 months. And I continued, but I documented everything that was being done to me.
Did you feel the negativity, and how did you know that they were treating you differently than the men? What were the actions that the foreman did?
Well, from the very first day I was hired, I felt unwelcome from a statement my foreman said to me also.
Can you tell us what that statement was?
The statement was that we all gave our names, who we were, and he was telling us our positions we were having, which mine was a forklift operator. But in front of all the men, he said, "Hey Sheila, will you come on your period? I will let everybody know so we can make your job lighter." I knew it was a problem.
He actually said that to you.
Actually said.
In front of open forum, in front of men.
Yes.
How many men were in there?
6.
How many forklift operators were there total in his department?
1. Me.
No, total it was 7. 6 men plus 1.
Yes.
7 people.
In my department, it was like 100 and some
Forklifters, okay.
And I was the only, they needed a forklift driver. So when they hired me, I was licensed, so I was able to drive the forklift.
Right, and that's what I said. It's one of the third strikes against you because he couldn't say she's not qualified.
Yes.
And you were.
Yes.
So then what happened? We're going to start in 2 or 3 minutes more.
Okay. Every day I was, he was asking me, we had a lot of racial problems. He was asking me, "Hey Sheila."
Well, in the 90s in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes. He was asking me, "Hey Sheila, how I feel for a black and white to go to bed together?"
He asked you this in front of people?
He asked me this in front of the truck, 2 people.
Was this like a proposition? Was he trying to proposition you to go to bed with him, did you think? Or just being rude?
No, it wasn't rude because he did this every other day, and I worked trained derailments.
Yes.
And I was called out like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And one of those particular mornings, it was about 40 of us, and he came intoxicated, and he said, "Hey Sheila, shine a flashlight on me so I could see what I'm up here." I'm using the exact words he used.
Those were his exact words.
These was his exact words. So
you documented all, you were so smart, you documented all this at home at night.
I documented everything, rain, who was around me, and what was seen.
This is one of the most flagrant sexual harassments. You had to win, even though it took you 9 years. I've done a Me Too movement. I haven't heard one this vivid before, someone saying something like that.
Yes.
But he thought he had the right to do it.
Yes, because he had been getting away with it, and I was on probation, so he felt comfortable.
Or he may have wanted you to quit. He may have thought also that he could intimidate you. He didn't know. I can tell right now you're not to be intimidated.
Right.
Yeah. So what happened after the 90-day probation?
After the 90-day probation, things got worse because the roadmaster over my supervisor wanted me not to make my probation. But
you made it.
I made it. And from that day on, I started staying up under surveillance through the roadmaster. And I was
When you say surveillance, they had closed circuit cameras watching you.
Yes. And wherever I worked, they were, I was under surveillance.
You were the only one. They didn't surveil anyone else but you.
That's right. Okay. That's correct.
So just briefly tell us, okay, how long did you work in this job before you left in 1997, before you sued in 1997?
How long I worked on this job? 5 years.
You lasted 5 years?
I lasted on 5 years and came out on medical.
And what was the medical stress or?
Stress and everything that I thought I didn't have came out. Diabetes, high blood pressure.
Did you gain weight? Did you under stress weight?
I was losing weight and didn't know what was going on. Because I worked sometimes 24 hours a day.
Wow.
You know, in all type of way. So
is that normal for other forklifters, or just they use you more than them trying?
Well, what happened was when I filed that complaint, they took my job away from me. Forklift operator put me on the railroad tracks to work with the men.
Were you still the only woman there in 1997? So they never had another woman white or black?
No, they didn't.
So let's take 30 to 45 seconds. We understand it was a terrible work environment.
Yes.
We understand in 1997 you filed against them and they put you in another job, right?
Yes.
In 2006 you won the suit. But what happened between 97 and 2006?
What happened was
to you in that job?
To me, at Burlington Northern's job, what happened to me was that I went through where all the legal process, and I went and
EOC and you went
Yes,
outside.
no, I found EOC, which you have to do. And then I hired an attorney once they did settle. And then I had it in federal court, my trial, I won. And Burlington denied me. It went to appeal, so we filed, and it went to Supreme Court. And I won.
You won at the Supreme Court. Congratulations. Thank you so much for, that's a state? It was a state Supreme Court?
No, the United States
Supreme Court. Thank you so much, Shirley, and I'm happy you won. You can smile all the way to the bank. After all this, thank you for being on Dianne Andrews in Black and White.
Thank you.
Whistleblower Productions, LLC, is my 9th interview today here at the Summit in Washington, D.C. As I said earlier, we're still in Busboys and Poets, and it's a great affair. Documentaries are being done. People are getting to talk about some of their very powerful stories, and very sad is what has happened to people in the United States of America, even with whistleblower laws. Kathy, let's talk about, you are a general contractor in Suffolk County in New York.
Yes, and first I just want to say thank you so much, because we need a voice. We're a sad group. We're a lonely group.
Yes, it is. Isolation is part of being a whistleblower.
Yes, so I was a contractor in Suffolk County, Nassau County, New York City, and all over really New York State, doing safety inspections and
in high schools and in schools.
In all schools, elementary, high schools,
right.
In the gyms.
Let's talk about the gyms.
Okay, so these electrically operated partitions, there are 160,000 schools in the nation, and about half of them have these partitions, but New York City is the only state in the nation with a law that requires, much like a garage door, you know, the beam would stop, so, because 2 children were killed within a 10-year period. So I was a contractor.
So it's like 2 doors with a beam in the middle.
No, so the door operates like this with a motor, and it shuts the gym in half, so it's the boys' gym and the girls' gym.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a law that you have to have.
No, you don't have. It's not a law to have it. It's a law in New York State to have the beam, so that if you break the beam, the door stops, but the child can't be crushed or killed, which happened twice. But it's happened in several states in the nation, and I have been advocating to get awareness for this. And
what other states? Just give us a couple of examples.
Well,
do you know other states?
15 miles from here on May 18th, Wesley the Pickey was killed in Arlington, Virginia, crushed and killed in a door. So the documentary is dedicated to us. Yes, there's a death in New Jersey. I believe there was a death in California. There's been serious accidents in Chicago, in New Jersey, right outside of New York, in Canada,
so you
West
think
Virginia.
parents would be jumping on this problem with the PTAs and the associations for parents? Do you talk to those kinds of people?
Well, I have tried. I've been doing this. I've been advocating for 20 years, and I've been a whistleblower for 10. The districts make it seem like there's really no problem. If there's a death, they really can't cover it up.
It's collateral damage.
Yeah, and I was told by the Director of Facilities for the New York City Education Department, a $58 billion budget the New York City Education Department has, with no oversight, no Inspector General, that...
The only state without an Inspector General.
Well, it's the only... It is the only government agency in New York State without an Inspector General.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, why?
So the top guy there told me, I'm like, Carl, another kid is going to get killed. You're not enforcing the law. And this is a funded mandate, not an unfunded mandate. And he said, Kathy, compliance with the law is a financial decision on my part, and if another child is killed, their family will be compensated for
Like money justifies death.
Well, it's cheaper to pay the family of a dead child than it is to actually address this issue on a national level.
It's just like some drugs. They do an actuarial cost-benefit analysis. They know they're going to get sued, but they're putting it out there.
They're doing it. And I said, you don't work for Volkswagen. You can't make that decision. These are our children. And there's a very simple answer. Simple training and simple moving the switches. So why would you put a switch right here when the door is closing and you're going to crush a child's skull or an adult? Put it 3 feet over here. Simply train the architects and the installers. It's very, very simple.
It's like, remember our guys going to war in the helmets didn't have anything inside, how long it took, and private people were paying, share, and I think some other people paid to have those helmets get insulated so they wouldn't get traumatic brain damage.
Children are mandated into gym. We should provide them with a safe environment.
Now tell us a little bit about the Long Island Business News. That's a wonderful picture on there, Kathy. That looks good.
So my daughter Molly did this picture. She just graduated from Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, and her government senior thesis was government corruption. And this is a 6x8-foot poster, and these are all dollars in the stars. And this is all articles of whistleblowers in the white stripes. And she dedicated her senior thesis to me, and it's called Protection Racket, because the government protects itself at all costs. It does not care, in my opinion, about the health and safety of the children. It doesn't care about the well-being of the taxpayers.
Now, couldn't a teacher get killed also?
Well, a gym teacher had his skull crushed and was almost killed and lost his ear in New Jersey, and that's what drove me to the United States Department of Education. The United States Department of Education here in D.C. in 2010. 3 days after I went there, my business was threatened.
That's when you were still a contractor?
Yes.
Why did you get out of contracting? Was it because of this? What happened? Did they run you out of business?
Absolutely.
What happened? Yes.
Contractors are told they cannot use me. I've been called a rat. I'm poking my nose where it doesn't belong.
You lost a multi-million-dollar business to dedicate your life to this cause.
Yes, over the years I have lost millions of dollars, and my business is gone.
Would you do it again?
I would do it again.
That says
because it's the right thing to do.
Yes, yes. Is there anything you want to leave with your audience that can help you help this cause? What would you like to say to people out there?
I would like to say, first of all, support whistleblowers, and my issue in particular. Each gym is a footprint of each other. How many more children are going to have to be killed before there is some kind of national requirement? That's all. I'm going to be getting more vocal, so I'd love some support. And you can hit me up on Facebook at Kathy Cole, KathyCole, and I'd love your support, and thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. It's a great story. I want to do more with you all to help you out, Kathy. Thank you. Here we are still at Busboys and Poets in Washington, D.C. on the summit of July 30th, 2018, and today was deemed, as I've told you in one of the other shows, as National Appreciation Whistleblowers Day. I have Michael Carey with me today, who is from Bethlehem, New York. His mother was named Mary, and his father was named Joseph. And this is a true story, can it get any better than that? So it says that he has some godly spiritual powers with him, and I think that's why he's on the mission he is today, to help his son Jonathan and the Jonathan Carey Foundation do some work to help whistleblowers. His son was killed in a mental health institution in New York State. And he's going to tell you his painful journey, but how he won the case. It's not about the money, but how you take that case and you can help other people and help the world to be a better place, and especially help New York State to be a better place. Thanks for being with me today. Tell me the story about you.
So Jonathan, name means a gift from God. Absolute precious gift from God to us. Jonathan was developmentally disabled. He was diagnosed with autism as well, and he was primarily non-verbally, only a few words.
He never spoke, even as a toddler. He never spoke.
A few words popped out every once in a while, and then later on, a couple really, Daddy came out in a repetitive sentence. Where you're going, kind of where you're going.
So was it brain damage?
Developmentally disabled and autism.
It was a full-term baby, 9 months.
Right.
Yes.
So we don't know the exact reason why, but Jonathan was the most loving child imaginable. Nobody ever has loved me even close to as much as he's loved. So obviously, when Jonathan was killed, I was 13 years old.
Let's tell a little bit about how you had no choice except to put it in a state institution in New York State.
First we put Jonathan in a private facility called the Anderson School. It was in Dutchess County.
Was he on Medicaid, Medicare as a child?
Any state federal
He
funds given to
he
you?
was coming home. He was living at home, and we got therapists were coming into our home. He would go to special ed school, and it got to a point where he was not toilet trained, and we were not having any success there. And we were recommended to put him in a specialized school for children with autism.
By a doctor, by a social worker?
By a lot of people. School, even our pastor, everybody said, listen, maybe this is probably the best thing for Jonathan.
Yeah.
And so we prayed about it, and we looked into this facility, and we didn't find anything bad about this facility. Our school district didn't know anything bad. It turned out it was a very bad facility.
It's very difficult. I was 15 years in healthcare myself. My husband was. He's still living, he still is a doctor, but my divorced husband, he was a physician. And it's a lot you don't know until you get in. You think that you're always taking people to a great place and they love their jobs and want to take care of the sick. That's why they do it. Sometimes I thought it was should have been Florence Nightingale was Jack the Ripper. So let's tell about your story.
So when we trusted people to care for John, and they severely tortured him. For weeks, he was denied food and meals for behavior modification.
Now they said, what was the behavior they were modifying by starving someone?
Jonathan's new behavior was he was taking off his t-shirt and basically. Turned out the staff or the school hired somebody from out of the country. We think they maybe just didn't read Jonathan's behavior plan properly. Jonathan had a strict diet where he could not drink regular milk or other milk products because he was casein intolerant. So the staff...
Lactose intolerant?
No, casein, that's another part of it.
Okay, yeah.
And so Jonathan's body could not break down the casein in milk, and it would act like an opiate. So the staff was giving him milk for about a month.
And I'm sure it was on his diet restrictions because in triaging a patient in, I've been in healthcare, as I said, you have to write down what they're allergic to, what their diet should have and not have.
Well, he was, for a year, it was almost a year and a half. The school was following it regularly that we knew. And then all of a sudden, Jonathan started taking off his shirt. And so they, without them trying to find out what the real problem was, they started withholding his food and meals.
Why not just withhold milk instead of fruit?
They
didn't know it was
They weren't putting two
They didn't even
together.
look at the diet.
They were looking at it as Jonathan was being rebellious and obstinate. We know how to control his behavior. And that they were using this withholding food and meals from others.
Not just Jonathan.
No, this was a thing that they were using again for autistic kids at this facility.
Have you ever read anywhere, since your child was autistic, that is something that helps a child be better?
No, it's torture.
It's punishment. They were punishing him.
Severely.
Yes.
And I say it's torture because if you look at even the Geneva Convention and whatnot, or people that go to jail, you can't withhold food and meals from them.
That's right.
Jonathan, it was found that Jonathan missed between 40 and 50% of his meals over multiple weeks.
Did he lose weight over that time? Did you notice any?
And that's when we started questioning. And then the facility started, they pulled us, they said, we're going to set up a point of contact person. We can't talk to the staff anymore. We called every night.
Right.
We were incredibly loving.
Was it near, oh sure, was it near your home, this facility?
No, it's about an hour and 15 minutes away.
So did you get there once a week?
So we would see Jonathan every weekend. Jonathan would come home.
Did he know you when you came? He knew. Oh
yeah. Jonathan, although he was pretty severely developmentally disabled.
And he was probably, did they drug him up? Did you think he was ever drugged?
Well, he was on some medications, minor.
Psychotropic, psychiatric.
Some of the things to calm certain behaviors down and stuff. They tried all different types. But they tortured my boy. They severely damaged him. We were able to get him out of there. We asked for investigations. State of New York basically investigated themselves.
And that was when Cuomo, he was Attorney General, who is now the governor.
Correct. So, Attorney General Cuomo, instead of looking into our case, and then later when I started bringing other major problems to attention, they looked the other way, and they chose to cover up very dangerous facilities and all sorts of horrible abuse cases, deaths, maybe tons of sexual assaults. And as things progressed, I really, and whistleblowers contacted me, families contacted me. It just started to snowball, and I became a civil rights, disability rights advocate and whistleblower.
And you were a used car dealer owner before this, I understand.
Correct. But when you have knowledge of very bad things, and you have a responsibility to do something to stop it.
That's right.
And I've been doing everything imaginable to try to stop it.
When you helped pass 14 laws or amendments in New York State to change, just mention a couple to the audience while they might.
Right. So, Jonathan's Law is the most known. It was passed within a few months of Jonathan's death. Jonathan later was killed at a separate facility. Yeah, my son was in a state facility. A year later, we were caring for Jonathan the best we could.
What year was this?
This is February 2007. But it was the fall of 2005 that basically, because of the prior abuse facility, Anderson School, Jonathan was finally diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. So what happened was that two years after he was abused there, and it wasn't just, it was the withholding food and meals, but it was also seclusion and illegal use of restraints. So people wrapping Jonathan up, sitting on Jonathan, restraining in all sorts of ways.
Do they use belts to tie him down to the bed?
I'm not aware of that.
People physically.
Yes. Physically putting their hands on, wrapping, sitting on your feet, your arms, but they were doing this against our will.
Yeah.
We didn't know this till later.
They're saying because he's unrestrainable, we're sitting on him because he's moving his feet too much or he's moving too much.
Well, they were tortured. They weren't feeding him. They weren't finding out why he was acting
This is at that
out.
same time.
Same, yeah. You can get a hold of us through the Jonathan Carey Foundation. That's through a website, or you can call us at 518-475-9100. We ask for your support. We could use financial support as well right now. We've exhausted very large amounts of money. But call and write your legislators. If you're in New York State, the governor, the Attorney General's office, demand that the disabled have equal rights and equal privileges and protections of laws, and that they deserve 911 medical and police services through, immediately, just like anybody else in trouble or that's a victim of a crime. They need the deterrences. They need the Medicaid money that's in the billions coming in from the federal government to actually go to provide safety and services for our most vulnerable. And right now that's not happening. The Medicaid fraud is off the charts. So please help whatever way. And I encourage people to just do what God puts in your heart.
Thanks very much. Remember, between black and white, there are always shades of gray. Thanks for watching Dianne Andrews in Black and White.
That's why they got away.